Every superhero needs a villain. Otherwise, it's just 2 hours of someone in spandex doing cardio. And while heroes save the day, villains make the day interesting. They get the best lines, the wildest costumes, and let's be honest, half the time they're way more fun to watch. So, grab your popcorn because we're breaking down the best superhero movie villains that turned comic book movie into Oscar-worthy chaos. General Zod, Man of Steel. Michael Shannon's General Zod is like if a motivational speaker decided to conquer Earth. He's not just evil for the sake of it. The guy has a mission. He wants to rebuild Krypton, and if that means turning our planet into cosmic rubble, well, tough luck for us. At least he's passionate, right? Shannon chews scenery like it's his last meal. Every "I will find him" is delivered with the intensity of a man who's lost both his car keys and his patience. Zod earns his place here because he's not just a mustache twirler. He's a zealot, and zealots are always terrifying, especially when they come with Kryptonian superpowers. Vulture, Spider-Man Homecoming. Finally, a villain who feels ripped from real life. A blue-collar guy getting screwed over by rich corporations, so he decides to fight back with alien tech and giant wings. Michael Keaton's Vulture is basically a construction worker who said, "Fine, if I can't have healthcare, I'll have a jetpack." What makes Vulture stand out is the realism. He's not trying to take over the world, he just wants to provide for his family. Of course, providing involves smuggling alien weapons and threatening teenagers. But hey, nobody said parenting was easy. And that car scene with Peter? Absolute goosebumps. Magneto, X-Men series. Magneto isn't really a villain. He's more of a tragic anti-hero. When you survive the Holocaust and then see humanity turning on mutants, it kind of makes sense you'd be done with playing nice. Ian McKellen brought Shakespearean gravitas to the role, while Michael Fassbender made him smolder with tortured rage. 2 actors, 1 unforgettable villain. The beauty of Magneto is not that he's wrong, he goes about it in the most extreme way possible. Humans do fear and hate mutants, but his solution usually involves dropping bridges on people. It's hard to argue with his logic, until he's literally bending a stadium to prove a point. Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man 2. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is a rare villain who makes you feel sympathy and dread. He starts out as a brilliant scientist who just wants clean energy for the world. Then his experiment goes kaboom. The AI arms start whispering evil thoughts, and suddenly he's robbing banks and chucking cars at Spider-Man. What makes Doc Ock great is that he's not cartoonishly evil. He's corrupted by tragedy. His bond with Peter is almost fatherly, which makes their battles heartbreaking. By the time he sacrifices himself to destroy his machine, you almost forget he spent most of the movie trying to impale Tobey Maguire. Almost. Loki, Thor, and the Avengers series. Tom Hiddleston basically turned Loki into Marvel's first rock star. He's mischievous, he's charming, and he can betray you with a smile that could sell Funko Pops. Loki isn't just the god of mischief, he's the god of stealing every scene he's in. He works because he's relatable. I mean, who hasn't felt the overlooked sibling stuck in the shadow of Golden Boy Thor? Of course, most of us don't respond by trying to invade Earth with an alien army. But hey, we don't all have horns that fabulous either. Killmonger, Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger isn't just a great villain, he's one of the most understandable ones. His anger at Wakanda's isolationism is completely justified. His methods, maybe not so much, but when the villain has a point, you know you're in for something special. Killmonger delivers his lines with the swagger of someone who's been waiting his whole life for this shot. "Is this your king?" still echoes in the MCU like a mic drop. He's dangerous because he's smart, ruthless, and driven by real pain. That final line about being buried in the ocean, that's not just villain talk, that's poetry. Green Goblin, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn is proof that casting matters. He doesn't just play the Green Goblin, he is the Green Goblin. 1 minute, he's giving a heartfelt speech, the next, he's cackling on a flying surfboard with pumpkin bombs. That's range, baby. And when he came back in No Way Home, chills. Pure chaos. No CGI monster, no army of drones, just Defoe punching Tom Holland through walls with the glee of a man who's really missed the role. He's terrifying because you can see the man behind the mask, and sometimes that's scarier than the mask itself. Lex Luthor, Superman, and Superman 2. Okay, let's talk Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor. Sure, you've got to excuse a little camp, especially in Superman 2 where he's basically running on pure Saturday morning cartoon energy. But Hackman nails the essence of Superman's ultimate rival, ego. This isn't some tragic villain or misunderstood genius. This is a guy who looks at the literal Man of Steel and thinks, yeah, I can take him. Superman can't reason with him. He can't appeal to some hidden humanity because there's nothing there but ego and a master plan to rebuild the West Coast in his own image. It's petty, it's ridiculous, and yet it's perfectly Lex Luthor. Thanos, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. The Mad Titan wasn't just a villain, he was basically the protagonist of Infinity War. Josh Brolin gave him gravitas, nuance, and a really weird chin. And let's face it, he kinda had a point. The universe is overpopulated. His solution, however, was just, let's just say overkill. What made Thanos special is that he wasn't some one-note destroyer. He cried, he sacrificed, and he genuinely believed he was saving the universe. Plus, he won. How many villains can snap their fingers and say, yeah, I broke the Avengers? That alone earns him silver on this list. The Joker, The Dark Knight. And here's the crown jewel. Heath Ledger's Joker isn't just the best superhero movie villain. He's one of the best villains in cinema history, period. Chaotic, unpredictable, and terrifyingly believable, he turned Gotham into a playground of fear with nothing but knives, gasoline, and a love for anarchy. Ledger's performance is legendary because he disappeared into the role. Every twitch, every laugh, every improvised line kept audiences glued to the screen. He wasn't a villain you defeated with punches. He was an idea, one that infected Gotham and even Batman himself. That's why the Joker takes the top spot. And there you have it, the villains who made us cry, who made us laugh, and secretly root against the hero. Without them, superhero movies would be a lot of people in spandex flexing for 2 hours. Which of these villains is your favorite? And which one did I miss? Who you think deserves the list? Drop your pick in the comments, because the debate over Best Baddie is never over. Also, if you like what you just saw, please do like and share this video. And also, subscribe to Movie Magic. We really appreciate it. If you don't, thank you all the same for watching this video to the end. You take care and have a great one.